For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, hello once again. Paul Dingeman here. We're glad you are along for another Focus adventure. We come to you each week here on CTV, your community TV channel. Joining us by popular demand from St. Clair County Community Mental Health is the Executive Director, Deb Johnson. Welcome, Deb.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Nice to see you again.
All of a sudden, two pictures of me popped up on my screen, so I got confused.
You never get confused.
One is enough.
That's right. You're scary. You've got a lot of things going on this month, as you do every month at St. Clair County Community Mental Health. Let's begin and start talking about some of them. What's going on?
All right. Well, we started last month with a trauma-informed yoga class, and it is every it's Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. And you just have to, it's free for anybody. You don't need to pre-register. You just put up the flyer, so that's great for people to see that. If you don't catch all the information off that flyer, you can always call Community Mental Health, our main number, 985-8900, and we can give you the information. But it really is a great opportunity to get some good stretching in, which is great for your body, and meditation and relaxation. And Nancy Armstrong is the instructor. She is, she's specially trained in trauma-informed yoga, but you don't have to have been traumatized to benefit from this. So we hope people will take us up on it. And we're posting it all the time on our Facebook too, so you could find it there. It's a great class.
So it's on every Thursday at your facility?
Every Thursday, 5:30 p.m.
Wow. How long does it last, an hour or so?
Yep, 60-minute session.
Okay. And that sounds like a really nice one. And she's obviously very experienced in it, so it'll make it even better.
She is.
Okay. What do you got next?
Well, we also have the opioid and other drug virtual series. Oh, I guess now we're going to talk about the run. I just saw that flash up. So we'll get back to the opioid summit. But anyways, every year in May, we typically have our Run for Recovery, but we moved it to October 3rd this year because we had hoped by then COVID would have settled down and the run could be in person. It does not look like that is going to be the case. As of now, we can't even get a permit from the city of Port Huron to have an event outside that would be like more than 100 people. Wow. So and that's against the current executive orders. So at this point it's virtual, but it is Saturday, October 3rd. It is the fourth run in the Blue Water Race Series. So if you remember that this was our first year for that Blue Water Race Series, and Paul, you've had several of us involved in the race series on talking about it.
Mr.
This
Grover.
whole year. Pardon me?
Mr. Grover.
Right.
Mike Grover.
And so we're kind of bummed, obviously, that this was the inaugural year and we had COVID mess it up. So we can't really tell if it's going to be successful or not until we have a year without COVID. But we do have at least 100 people going through. They've been in at least all three runs so far. So we're hoping there's at least that many that will complete the series. So you just have to sign up, and packets and shirts and whatever race swag there is mailed to the participants. We picked October 3rd because it's the kickoff for Mental Illness Awareness Week, and we will have more activities going on that week that are not all firmed up yet. So I'll tell you about that next time we get together.
Talk to me about what is a virtual run? How do I do a virtual run?
Well, you still need to sign up online. So, you can go to NMotive and sign up, look for the Blue Water or the Blue Water Race Series, BWRS, or you can go to, the CMH, Healthy Minds, Healthy Body, and you just sign up. And what it means is that you just do the run on your own or with your friends.
Okay.
And you can submit your time, but there won't be prizes for like the best time, because not that anybody would do this, but you could cheat. So there won't be any prizes for times like there normally are in a run, but just you get the satisfaction that you did it.
Yep.
And you can do with small groups. I mean, that makes it more fun. And you don't have to run; you can walk. We already said that too. So you can walk a mile. Like in our run, we offer a 1 mile walk and a 5K run. So you can do either thing. You're still in the series. Hopefully people will join us for that. Because if you complete all 5, you get a really cool jacket at the end of this.
Yeah, Mike Grover was in early in the season, early before COVID started, and talked to us about the whole thing. Pretty exciting concept, and hopefully you can pull it off in 2021.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try again because you can't judge how successful it would be from this year. So,
right.
So we are going to try it again.
Okay, and the next you've got?
I'm going to see what you guys flash up first.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, flash it up there, Troy. See what, there we go. Oh, we got the players.
I can talk about anything. All right. So we have the CMH Players Audition. Every year we've had a group of actors. Some are people who receive our services. Some are people who provide the treatment services, our employees. And some are just interested community members that want to, that enjoy acting. So this year, I want to say play, but it might be, we might video it like a movie because of the whole COVID thing. People can't come sit in there to watch it. So we made a movie before, a CMH movie, and it was pretty good. So this one is called Home for the Holidays. There's a lot of parts for ages 8 and up. The tryouts are, I had that down here, just a minute. Make sure. I said before there was a typo, and I was telling everybody they were 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and that is not quite true. It's 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., so not for 12 hours. But anyways, August 16th at the Citadel Stage in Port Huron. And if you want a virtual audition, you can get one by contacting Regina Spain at 334-6415. That's 334-6415. And since 2005, just as a fact, CMH has performed 22 plays in our community.
That's just amazing. And Mr. Mike McCartan has been in many of those plays, played some great roles. He probably will be in this one too.
And I don't think he's missed any of them. And he was even in last year. So I'm guessing he'll probably do this again. He loves doing it. And everybody says, how come you're not going to do it? Our last director did. It's not really my thing. I did do some plays when I was in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. And actually, I don't know if I shared this with you before, but in one of them, I think the title was The Family Nobody Wanted. And my role was Mrs. Johnson. Isn't that funny?
So you were typecast. And
I'm Mrs. Johnson today. So anyways, yeah, that was, that's funny. But anyways, okay, then we have another event coming up. I think it's going to have to be the Opioid Summit. Is that what? I think they have a flyer for that.
Okay, one more flyer there, fellas. Troy? How do we touch them all? There we go. There we go.
There it is. So September is National Recovery Month. And we actually were originally going to have an opioid and other drugs summit at the convention center in Port Huron. But obviously, COVID has changed that. So now it's a virtual series. But we do have some really great speakers lined up. And Dr. Frank McGeorge, you may recognize that name.
From Channel 4?
Yeah, Channel 4. He's gonna be our kickoff plenary speaker Tuesday, September 1st at 11 a.m. The whole schedule is online. You can find all this stuff out. But also what's nice about this is there's going to be the opportunity to earn medical CMEs for doctors. There's a lot of different initials for these continuing ed credits that you need if you're a first responder, a nurse, a social worker. We have the ability for people to earn all those through the virtual series. So it's a great opportunity to catch up any continuing ed credits you might need for your credentials. And it's going to be packed full of information. There's 15 different sessions. And basically it's related. It's about the nationwide drug crisis and how it is affecting the state, not just the state of Michigan, but St. Clair County. Actually, I think I've been talking to Laura Fitzgerald from the Times-Herald, and she's going to be doing an article because she had gotten a report, I believe, from our local EMS that overdoses doubled in the month of June.
Wow.
In our area. We do know in the city of Port Huron, they definitely doubled. I don't have the countywide data. She has that, I think. But at any rate, we're definitely seeing an increase in people requesting our services for substance use, treatment. We've definitely seen an increase in that in the last several months. We're trying to get more and more of our staff credentialed to provide substance use treatment. And hopefully that will continue, that we'll get more and more qualified staff. And we can, again, we can do that treatment. A lot of the treatment can be done virtually through telehealth options. So please, if anybody needs our services, don't hesitate to call our access at 888-225-4447.
Deb Johnson, always a pleasure to have you here. You always have lots of important information for the community. But
can I tell you one more thing?
You can tell me 9 more things.
Oh, great. Okay, so I don't know if you heard this yet, or if Alice Reeves has been back on. Her and I were on pre-COVID to talk about the Empty Bowl event, which of course got canceled because of COVID.
Right.
Well, our committee got together, and we are going to hold the 17th annual Empty Bowls event this year on Friday, September 18th.
Wonderful.
But it's going to be a drive-through. It's going to be really cool. So I don't know how familiar you are with our main building in Port Huron,
Yep.
but we have alongside, and then we have our galley restaurant is in the center of the building. So, and there's a little what do you call that? Not concourse, the area outside. So we're going to have people drive, that'll be the strip. They'd be driving through. We'll have runners bring out your soup and your bowl. And there'll be online opportunities to order ahead, to pick an artist, if you like certain artists for your bowls, your pottery bowl.
Deb Maxwell's done a lot of that work.
Pardon me?
Deb Maxwell's done a lot of those bowls.
Yep, she has. We have a lot of great artists. And so we'll put like some samples. Now you can't say I want exactly that one there, because we're just you can pick Deb Maxwell and we'd pick one of Deb Maxwell's, or, one of the other artists, or St. Clair Art Association. They're always good donors too.
Yep.
So you can't pick your exact bowl. It would just be too complicated, because it just would. But anyways, and it's a fundraiser, of course. It's the biggest fundraiser for Mid-City Nutrition Program, which is, of course, the soup kitchen for St. Clair County, and it's in Port Huron. So we're also going to offer a special deal this year, $50 family 4-pack that will include 2 quarts of soup, 8 rolls, 4 cookies, and 1 empty bowl. Because a lot of people have been coming for years and don't necessarily need 4 more bowls if they're a family of 4.
Right.
So there's a couple other options. Otherwise, tickets are $25, to get your one-person portion of soup in the bowl. There'll be an online auction, and so you can find that information going to the Mid-City Nutrition Facebook page or the CMH Facebook page, or call either organizations and ask us about it. But September 18th, mark it on your calendar.
Got it marked on the calendar, but more importantly, we'll get Alice Reeves in here again, or do a Zoom meeting with you and her, and really promote it. It does so much. She does so much great work in the community. We've got to support her.
We're excited to try to pull this off this way, hoping it'll all work out. Chef Mike Moretz, Chef Jim Koganyatsky, that works for those 2 that work for us, they're going to volunteer their time to help us. And we don't need as many volunteers as usual because it's a drive-through.
Right. Great idea. I'm glad you guys came up with that solution, because she certainly
I'm
needs
hoping
the
it
money.
works. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Talk to you soon, Deb. Thanks for
Thanks, Paul.
coming on. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Coming up next, we've got Tom Kephart from SC4, and he's going to talk to us about what's going on at the college. Lots of things happening there, getting ready for September. We'll be right back. One of the great institutions, founded in 1923, it's been working with students and people since that time. It's a little institution in Port Huron called St. Clair County Community College. Joining us from that location is Mr. Tom Kephart, who's Director of Admissions and Marketing. Tom, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Paul.
You have an addition there.
I do.
This is quite. Is that a COVID addition?
No, it's been kind of coming and going. I had for the very first time last night, I apparently became a senior citizen.
Oh, it's enjoyable.
I was at one of the local,
let me tell you, it's great.
I was at one of the local grocery stores with my son, and we were getting some stuff. And at the very end, as I was about to pay, she said, "Oh, let me add your senior discount." And I wasn't sure I had heard her right. And as we walked out, my son Andy looked at me and said, "Do you want me to drive home, old man? Because it's probably time for your nap." But it got me $5 off, so I'm not going to argue.
See, there's some real benefits with age.
Absolutely.
So that's cute. That's cute. I guess you won't be going back to that store.
Either that, or I'll be going there all the time.
You've got some exciting things that are happening. I read the Times Herald today, and there was a big story quoting a fellow by the name of Tom Kephart, the Director of Admissions and Marketing. And then I got another release from your school about the radiology department. And 7 years, impressive, 100% first-time passage of the national exam. Pretty cool stuff going on.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's been a great program, the radiology program, and it doesn't have a big enrollment because there are limited places where the students can get their clinical. It's not like there's an X-ray machine on every corner, so it's a very exclusive program. The students getting in, it's very competitive. And you can see the results of that at the other end because, as you said, for 7 years straight, 100% of our students have passed the American Registry exam, meaning then they can go out and be employed. But 100% is pretty impressive.
Mrs. Rowling, I personally know she's a great lady, and she's your program director. And then Sandra, and how you pronounce Sandra's last name?
Gillespie.
Gillespie. I'm glad I let you do that one. She's the radiology technology professor. So that's good.
Yes.
Good to salute them. They do nice work.
Yeah.
So what else, though, Tom? Talk to me about what's happening. Got lots of
Well,
things.
I think school is supposed to start here in about 2.5-3 weeks. The 24th of August is our first day. And obviously, with everything that's in the news, one of the big questions is exactly what's going on at SC4 this fall. What are you doing? We are offering our usual mix of classes in the fall. Usually in the fall semester, about 2/3 of our classes are taught on campus and about 1/3 online.
Oh, really?
And that's usually the mix that students want. And we weren't sure what would happen this fall, whether more students would want more online classes or they'd want more on campus, but it has worked out that's the mix that seems to work. We're not getting a lot of requests for additional online sections, and so our plan right now is to begin on August 24th with those on-campus and online classes.
Okay. Over the years, you've had classes in Algonac and up in, I think, K-Pac area. Will those continue this year, or will they only be on the main campus?
Most of them are on the main campus. We are still working with our partners at Croslex and up in Sanilac County in Peck at the Career Center and with Algonac High School. And the biggest concern there, and we understand it completely, is that they are also trying to start their school year, and they may have restrictions for outsiders coming into the building. Mm-hmm. And so we're still working with them. Okay. We have some things scheduled, but we'll have to see what happens with those.
So stay tuned for that information, and you'll be spreading that out as soon as it's available.
Exactly.
I see the soccer field is coming along beautifully in Marysville. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, that's an exciting project. We are starting women's soccer. It was supposed to start this fall competitively, but most of the junior college sports in Michigan have been postponed to the winter semester. It's going to be, if it works out that way, it's going to be a very busy winter semester as everybody plays all their games in the winter. But yes, we partnered with the city of Marysville to build a multi-use field. For us, it'll be primarily used for soccer, but it can be used for all types of sports. It's a turf field, an artificial turf field. It has other facilities around it. So it's a nice improvement for the city of Marysville, and it gives us a regulation-sized soccer field for our team. I mean, we were going to start a team, but we weren't sure exactly where we were going to play. We might have played at one of the high schools, but instead we'll have this field, and it'll also be usable by other soccer teams in the Blue Water area. And also other youth sports teams will be able to use it. The people in the city of Marysville will be able to use it. The only restriction will be when it's scheduled for an SC4 event, obviously we will have priority on it, but it's going to be used for the entire community. So we're real excited working with the city of Marysville.
And you can bring your skateboard with you.
What's that?
And you can bring your skateboard with you. There's a skate park right next door, adjacent.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that whole area is just, it's really fun to see. Our photographer at SC4, Mark Rummel, took his drone out there, has been taking his drone as they've been building it. So once a week he goes out and does the same pass over the field. And then, he's going to put together kind of a time-lapse thing. But he showed me the photos from when they were painting the logo onto the field. And it was just amazing that it's come together that way. And so it's a nice partnership. It kind of connects SC4 to a little bit farther south.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's St. Clair County Community College, but I know sometimes people, the farther away from Port Huron you are, the less that connects with you. So reaching out to have this facility in Marysville kind of extends our reach through the county, and I think that's a good thing as well.
Putting your admissions hat back on, is it too late to register for fall classes, or do I still have time? No, you still have time.
If you're a current student, you can just go to your SC4 portal, your student planner, and get registered. I know some students have been hesitant. We've been hearing that from students, both in admissions and advising, kind of a wait and see. I'm not sure what's going on yet, so I'll wait. But we're getting right down to where classes will start. And students can register right up until the first day of class, and actually during that first week, during the drop and add period. So they can still register at that time as well.
And that first day of class is when?
It's the Monday the 24th.
Okay.
And if they're not already a student and they're interested in becoming one, they can go to sc4.edu. Right at the top of the page now, we've got a big banner that says, "We're here for you." They can request information. There's a link, a button there that says why SC4 this fall, that kind of explains what we're doing to keep people safe. Obviously, by the governor's executive orders, masks are required. Social distancing, we're working to repurpose some larger spaces like the theater, the cafeteria, other spaces on campus to allow more space between students. So we're doing everything we can to make it as safe as possible. And right now, that's the plan. Obviously, things could change, and we'll be prepared for that as well. We were able to transition very well in the winter. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't ideal, but under a very short time frame, we were able to keep the semester going. We'd prefer not to have to do that this fall, but if that is what we're presented with, obviously we would comply with that, and we'll make the best of the situation. The key is to try to continue to provide the opportunity for people to get their education. And we don't see saying, we're not doing it at all is not an option.
St. Clair County Community College prepares students for rewarding careers through associate degrees, 1-year certificates, 4-year degrees, through university partnerships. You've got it covered all bases.
We do. Regardless of what you're interested in doing, if you want to come and start and get an occupational degree, a 1-year certificate, like you mentioned, a 2-year degree, or if you're a student who is, your goal is to have a bachelor's degree or beyond, it's still a good idea to start at SC4 and get your general education things out of the way. With a smaller class size, and obviously there's a savings in tuition as well.
Tom Kephart, I appreciate your time today. Congratulations to the radiology department and to all other good things that are happening at the SC4 campuses throughout the county. Come back and join us again. Director of Admissions and Marketing, Tom Kephart.
Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate it.
See ya. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.